Hey everyone, how's it going? Um, I just want to talk about some scents that didn't quite make it on my fall list. Um, what I'm going to do is a year-round list, we'll call it. These are scents that I use all year long. Basically, I don't really care about um, when a scent is appropriate according to season. I mean, of course, it makes it more appropriate to match the fragrance with the season, but like most of you know, I am a gourmand slash fougere slash oriental creamy type, you know, rich, chocolatey, gourmand, all that kind of thing. Lover, that's my favorite kind of scent. Obviously, gourmands aren't really year-round fragrances if you really put seasons to it, and it would be winter and fall. Um, so I don't really, if I did it that way, I wouldn't be able to use some of my favorite ones all year long. So I don't really follow the rules. I go a little bit easier on the trigger. Some of these scents actually work really well in the summer. You wouldn't think they would, but they do. Um, but other ones are just ones that I thought that I should mention because I use them a lot. Um, all these I use a lot. Like these are my main guys that I use daily. Um, the top fall were just ones that are my favorite for like the fall, I guess, maybe, sort of. Um, what I thought would be good suggestions for you guys. But these ones I just use all year long. I want to throw it out there that all these scents I use all year long whenever I feel like it. So first up is Bulgari Black. I use this all year long. It's a favorite of mine. Um, and you could use it all year long. It's an oriental vanilla that just you could get away with all year long. Anyone could. You don't need balls to take this out in summertime because it's not a projection beast. So Bulgari Black, and this isn't in any particular order. I'm just throwing it out there that I use all these. So no order here. Um, Next up, that I think would be really great for the fall as well. Anyways, is Green Irish Tweed. I use this all year long. It's pretty universal. I mean, because it's got its depth to it, but it's also fresh. So you could use this all year long, anyways. So another one that doesn't necessarily take balls to use all year long, but I do. I love this one. Next up, which was this was obviously in my fall lineup, but Midnight in Paris I use all year long. I just wanted to throw it out there. I don't really have a specific time that I use this. I use it all year long. It worked. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Um, I've got like allergies. Um, this actually worked very well in the summer too. Got a lot of compliments in the summer. So, um, but I could see a lot of people not being comfortable with using this in the summer because it is creamy and kind of cloying a little bit. This is the parfum version, not the eau de toilette, which I use the EDT all year long too, by the way. Next up, why this wasn't in my fall lineup, because I use it all year long, and I use it sparingly, as you can see. I've had this for like 5 months maybe, and this is the original formulation, as you can see. So that is why I'm using it sparingly, although I've heard that the new formulation isn't too much different than this, so I guess I don't really have to worry about it anyways, but still, it's kind of like a collector's item at this point, I guess. So I kind of want to spare the juice as much as I possibly can. And I love this one for dates. Like, oh, love it for dates. um, so Dior Homme Intense I use all year long too. Um, my favorite fragrance of all time, which didn't make it on the fall list because I literally use this a lot because it's my favorite of all time. I'll let you guys know right now is Angelman, my favorite of all time. I haven't found one that I find to be more appealing to me yet. I mean, there's things that come close, but this does it for me. It's intense, exotic, different, It challenges me, and it's up my alley. So I use it all year long. Next up, that a couple of you asked me about why it wasn't on the fall list. Um, and the reason why is because it's very universal. Anyone can pull this off all year long. I've seen it in people's summer lists, spring lists, not so much in the winter list, but I use it in the winter too. Brooklyn by Bond Number 9. This used to be my favorite of all time, like a year ago. Not so much anymore. I still have gotten a good chunk of use out of it, though. I do enjoy it quite a bit. I think it's very good. Still my favorite Bond. Maybe. I mean, they might all be just kind of... It's hard to say, because I love New Harlem, and I love Silver Factory, and I love Brooklyn. All three of them I kind of got around the same time. I found out about them all at the same time. And I just adore all three. So probably I like all three of them the same, if I could. Next up that I use all year long, that I wanted to put on my fall list that I forgot about, I was pissed, is the original Allure by Chanel. I think that fall is probably the best time that this works, because it's deep and it's also fresh at the same time. I love this stuff, guys. Most people do. It's just a safe scent. You could use it all year long. Great signature scent. Also, I'd say you could probably get away with just blind buying it too. Next up, that is very fall-ish and works very well in the fall, that a lot of people say is more of a warm weather fragrance, but it projects off me like a beast and it lasts a very long time on my skin, like 10 hours. But people complain about the longevity on it too, which I just don't understand. Maybe I'm just like an alien or something. My skin is just special. I don't know. But whatever it is, this is another personal favorite of mine that I think is absolutely gorgeous. Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme, which I find is 10 times better than La Nuit de l'Homme. That's just my opinion. I do like La Nuit as well. Obviously, it's my top fall. But this, I use it all year long. It's a compliment getter. It's easy to get along with. It's lovely ginger citrus fragrance. It's amazing, deep. Of course, you got the apple in there too. Great fragrance. I love ginger-based fragrances too. So I'm just gonna get this out of the way. I should have put this up there with Dior Homme Intense. I also use this year-round as well, because it's another one that's one of those that kind of challenges me, I guess you could say. Not necessarily challenges me, but Dior Homme, you know, it's not one that you would smell every day. It's not fresh. I mean, well, it is fresh, but it's not like a typical man's fragrance. And I love fragrances like that, obviously, unless it's got neroli in it. On neroli. Man, I've gotten so much crap for that Neroli Succarino video. But anyways, and this is basically like my gym scent. Dior Homme Sport. I love this stuff. It never fails to give me compliments. I use this in Chanel, Bleu de Chanel, a lot for work and the gym. And my last two are, well, one of them's in a private blend, and the other one's a niche. I use Musk Ravageur whenever I feel like it, basically. It's not a whole lot going out of the bottle yet, and I've had this for at least 4 months. And the thing is this thing is just so beautiful to me. I mean, I made that video that said, why does everyone call this a panty dropper? For a reason. I still agree with that. Because it's not going to get along, not everyone's going to get along with it. And that's why I love it so much. It's just so different. It's complex. It's great. Dirty vanilla. And I love it. I think it's amazing. So basically, I wear it whenever I feel like it. And the last one I'm going to show you, a lot of you are going to be like, what? In the summer? Yeah, I pulled this off in the summer. I love it. I told you guys I made up my top 10 favorite list of all time. And this came out as number 3 on it. And I use it all year long. Although I would say be very careful with the sprayer, because it can get very, very cloying. So yeah, Tobacco Vanille. I use it all year long. I wore it in the summertime. Still got compliments. You can't be an asshole about it. You can't spray yourself 1,000 freaking times and expect someone not to be like, hey, you're that guy that smells like way too much cologne, because you're obviously going to get that the negative response if you spray yourself too much with anything, um, especially a fragrance like that that literally lasts 24 hours on your skin and projects like a freaking beast for 10 hours. I love it so much that I still fill up. This is the decant that Dave DK Mode sold to me. I filled it back up so I could bring it with me wherever I go, because I go to campus a lot and stuff like that. So I actually use Tobacco Vanille quite often, at least once a week. So, alright guys, I thought I'd just let you in on the dealio. Um, that these fragrances I use all year long. They're like the staples, the ones that I really don't think I would want to have a collection without. I mean, of course, I got other ones that I wouldn't want to have my collection without, like Silver Factory, New Harlem. I love M7, Gucci Pour Homme one, and I just. But these ones I just use the most probably. All year long status right here, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. And as you can see, there's probably just as much designer in here as there is niche. I use both quite often. I don't think one's really necessarily better than the other, um, but so yeah, I thought I'd just throw that out there. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you later.